Remember to share this shit.
It's no secret. It's plain to see. I love you. And you love me. It's no secret. You know it's true. You love me. I love you.
Well, hello. I'm right. We'll be starting in just a few moments. If you are listening to this in replay,
Something's not right.
you can fast forward past this spot, and all is good. But if you are new to Fireside and the next time you're going to be in our live show, there's a couple of things you can do. You can hit the react button and choose an emoji and press send. You could also hit the react button, choose an emoji and type a comment or question and press send. You can also do that with the Q&A button, but you won't be able to send an emoji from there. But you can send a comment or a question. Also, remember to share this with all your family and friends and share it with the people you don't like. They would love to see it. All right, but we will be with you in a few moments, just a few moments.
Yes, I love you.
Whoa, here we are.
Well, that's some laugh.
Hey, how about that? But here we are, Jill, here we are. I've been chomping at the bit, just waiting
To do this show?
to do this show. You know, I'm producer in your show, so I've been waiting. I'm like, I got to get to this, you know. So here we are, and I'm happy about that.
Here we are.
I am really happy about
And
that.
this is I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova. I am.
And you're very
I am. I am. That's who I am. I am what I am.
And you're going to stay that way like all year? Because you
and
keep saying you
I
might
am.
be somebody different next year.
When did I say that?
Last two shows.
Well, I don't know if I'll be someone different,
But
but people will see
a different
more
side.
of me, different parts of me, not physical parts. People will see other parts of me. I'm going to reveal things,
you
not
just say
being a
they're not gonna
flasher. Not being a flasher. They're not going to
I'm
see my
glad.
different body parts of me,
I'm glad.
but different things that I am, different talents that I have.
Yes. You are
Yes.
multi-talented. That is
Yes,
for
yes.
sure.
So I'm going to reveal some of my other talents this year.
Yes. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of this year, before we get to our topic, let's
Let's say
welcome
hi.
welcome our audience. Hello, Stefan, and I really didn't yell at you in your show. I really
Stefan,
didn't.
you was on a slippery slope.
No, I really didn't yell at you.
You was on a very slippery slope.
No,
Yes,
you
you were.
weren't. Not at all.
Yeah,
Much
yes,
love.
you
I have
were.
much love for you.
Well, I wouldn't go there myself. No.
You don't have much love for Stefan?
No, I said I wouldn't go there by talking about women don't need makeup.
Oh.
And I wouldn't walk up to a woman as a stranger in a store and say, "You don't need any makeup." Now, Stefan, it would have gone better if you just said, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You know, the way your skin is like so natural," instead of saying you don't need any makeup.
Why are you picking on Stefan? See, I didn't even do that, Stefan.
I was trying to cover for him. I was trying to get him to back it up a little bit. Back it up.
He is entitled to his own opinion. Just like
I'm
right.
I'm right. I was just
So he's entitled to his opinion in his show.
I was trying to help a brother out. That's what I was doing.
Well, he's going to speak for himself. Hello, Stefan.
Hello again.
You know I was trying to help you out, right, Stefan?
You were never in trouble, though.
By saying you're in trouble in the background.
Yeah, that's how I was trying to help you out.
He was making a light situation worse because I was just trying to inform you, give you a different perspective of why women wear makeup.
Look, this is how it went down. You start talking about women don't need any makeup, and Jill said, "Oh, I'm going to talk in his show."
I did say that.
That's what
but
happened.
I just wanted to give you
That's what
another
happened.
perspective. That's all.
Yeah. You're all right. You made it through because she loves you. So
I do. I led with that.
Yeah. You did. Very good.
Stefan, do you have more you want to say?
I don't even know what to say at this point. I know I'm not talking about makeup anymore. If anything, like I get canceled over makeup.
You will not get canceled. You are entitled to your opinion. You stated it. I just offered another perspective. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it through, Stefan.
Oh my gosh, he was never in trouble.
I'm glad
I'm
you
just
made it
trying to
through.
help a brother out. Chill, help a brother out. That's all I was trying to do.
No.
Help a brother out.
You were an instigator in that.
No.
Yes, you were.
I was trying to warn him. Warning. warning, Will Robinson. Warning.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
All right,
I'll get
Jill,
off
all
your
right.
stage.
Let's get back on track, Jill. You got
Okay,
us all off track. Come on, get us on track.
Well, we were speaking to the audience. I want to
Yeah.
say hi to Really Charlie.
You got really Charlie. We got Connie and Ronaldo. We got Dave and Sam. We got me. I'm there. And that's it. And you. That's it.
Really Charlie says, "Sorry I'm late. I was in the office." Is that what you're saying? Reading
The office.
reading
Yeah.
and lighting a candle
Yeah, he was in the office.
in the office.
Yeah, he was in the office.
Okay.
Yes. No problem. We're good.
All right. Did we finish saying hi to everybody? Did we say hi to Dave and Sam?
Yes.
Okay.
I just did. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
'Cause
hi
they're, like,
everybody.
next to me in the bottom there.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, it's good to see you all.
Well, hi everyone.
Yeah.
Tonight we're actually going to talk about the list
The list.
because we make a list every New Year's Eve
Yes, we do.
and then we read and then we put it away for the whole year, a list of things that we plan to happen.
We actually frame it and we put it in this room that we're in that we call the keys, and we put it over the doorway, and we don't open it up until the next year.
The next New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And we'll see what we actually accomplished.
So we
in the
won't
year.
tell you what we wrote down for 2023, but we are
We
going
don't
to.
even know. We forget as soon as we put it in the
I
envelope.
remember one thing
You
I
remember
put on
yours?
that
I don't
list.
remember
I
mine.
remember one thing specifically, and and I don't need to forget it, so I can make it happen. But I'm not going to reveal that. But do you want to get into this list of what
Yes.
we predicted for 2022?
For ourselves, yes.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
You sure? Maybe you
Yes.
should go first.
No, you should go first.
Okay. Here's the list. See, we really do it. We really do it. Okay. So, this is what was on mine. There's only 4 things.
And-
So, not a whole lot.
And reminder that he wrote this in 2021 on New Year's Eve.
Correct. Okay, the first thing on the list is, and this was a simple one. I didn't have to do much to get this one to come true. But it's find out what's wrong with my heart. So during that time in December, I think it was from November and December, my doctor thought there was something wrong with my heart. So I was taking all kinds of tests and all of that. And I did find out what was wrong with my heart.
You have too much love for everyone?
That's a good one, Jill. That's probably what it
That's
was.
what it
That's
was.
probably what it was. But there was nothing wrong with my heart. So they didn't find anything, and I didn't take it lightly. I made sure I took all the tests I could. And some
Including
really
one that
weird
affected
tests.
me. Like the test was on you, and I was flinching every time.
Oh, that wasn't for that.
Oh, was it?
That was a muscle issue.
Oh.
That was different. This
Well, I
happened.
thought it was related.
Yeah.
Okay,
it
well,
was-
anyway.
it was separate. The other thing I had was to change jobs, which I did. I did change the job I was doing. Here's the other one, and now this did happen. It did play out. But not in the way
Not
I
in the way
thought.
that we
Not in
could
the
have
way I
even
thought.
imagined.
So, I had already written my book of poetry, my manuscript, and so I had on my list to release recordings of poems from my book. Now, I did release them, but I released them right here on Fireside, right here, because at the time we didn't. I think we wrote this, but we didn't start with Fireside till maybe a week after.
Well, we didn't go to a meeting, but we started our show in March.
Yeah,
of
we
that
started
year.
our show in March, but we joined Fireside in
Like,
January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mid to late January.
Yeah, so I never thought I was going to do a show. The way I had planned on releasing it was through YouTube and YouTube videos and all of that, but Fireside made it so much easier.
Yep.
And check this out. Now this is like it happened perfectly, and this has to do with Fireside also. But I didn't mention Fireside. I wasn't thinking about Fireside. But it has. I'm going to speak. I wanted to speak to audiences about the topics in my book, and
Here you
that's
are.
what I'm doing on Fireside with double PFR. So that's so cool. That's excellent. Excellent.
Yep.
So I did pretty good with my list. It actually made me feel really good that I was accomplishing things that I set out to do. So everything on my list and then some things that weren't on the list I've accomplished. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, y'all can clap for me. It's okay. Or do I have to clap for myself? Yeah, make me clap for myself. What the heck? What
And
is
really,
going
Charlie
on?
says poetry is now a category for the Grammy Awards.
Oh, cool. You'll
Which,
see me at the
which you knew.
Grammys.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been talking about the Grammys for a while now. Okay. Well, you did great.
Thanks,
I
Jill.
did not. Not even a little bit. Last year, I was really I had planned to be focused on my writing, my own writing. I write for everybody else, and edit for everybody else, but I hadn't made time for my own writing.
Mhm.
But I was writing a book started it in 2021. And so my first goal was that I was to finish that book, which would have been doable, except things happened far beyond my control. So I didn't finish that book. I
Didn't
just dropped
finish the book.
that book. I said I was going to submit at least 6 new works, meaning I was going to write short stories and submit those. I didn't do that. Although I led every Tuesday night for a year.
Mhm.
I led for my alma mater, I led a Write With Me virtual session. But I did all the work that I was assigned as opposed to my creative work. So for a year, I hosted people to give them time to write. I didn't do it myself.
Didn't write.
I said I would generate income that will sustain us, meaning that Tony could quit his job. I did get a better job than I had, but it's not enough for you to
No,
quit just yet.
no, nope. It's okay
Um,
though. It's all right. I'll live.
I said that I was going to launch conversations about.
Who's
I said I was going to
laughing?
launch conversations about navigating the workplace as a person of color. And I have done that, but by accident. Because in my new job, every day they ask me about navigating the workplace
I don't
as a
think
person of
I
color.
don't think it's an accident.
Well, okay. Yeah, we don't really believe in coincidences and accidents.
so
So I did do it, but
yeah,
far differently than I
but you know,
planned
in
to,
life,
just like you did.
yes, we don't know how things are going to come to fruition. So
Right.
that
You just
did.
put it
That
out, put
actually
it
did.
out there,
Yeah.
see what happens.
So that's pretty good.
And then the last one, I said I was going to get in great physical shape. I did start because I started
You did.
my
Yeah.
show, and that's been very helpful. I'm
Cool.
down 10 pounds now.
Oh, that is excellent. That is excellent. Bravo.
Yay!
Okay. Cool. So
So we also should welcome Beth to our audience.
hello, Beth. How are you this evening? I know you can't answer, but you can clap or you could put a thumbs up. We'll see a thumbs up.
Speaking of a thumbs up, Dave made a comment. He said, Sam is sustaining
There,
me.
she put hearts.
Aw,
Thank you for the
that's
heart.
nice.
I love hearts.
Dave said, Sam is sustaining me, whether she wants to or not.
Dave, you are a kept man now, and I hope that you keep up with your husbandly duties now that you're a kept man. So
Says the
when
man who wants to be a kept man.
So when Sam says, I want, you say, okay, here I come with nothing but an apron on.
So that's what I'm going to do when that's what's going to happen
Yeah.
when I retire you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to know.
I say, what you want, baby, and how long?
Okay. Didn't know. We can make that happen tomorrow.
you can't let me. I can't quit tomorrow.
Sure you can.
You need to like double your income in order for me to quit.
I don't have to double it.
Yeah. You kind of.
Oh
do.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
you kind of have to double your income in
No,
order
I
for me to
don't.
quit. All right. I'm the one that keeps the books.
But it's not doubling. You gave me a different number before.
All right.
And I'm doing all these side projects,
Side gigs.
side gigs.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. No pressure. No pressure.
You sure?
no pressure. No pressure at all.
Are you sure?
No pressure at all. But don't worry, it's gonna happen. I'll quit.
All right. Well, in our show description, we said that we're going to talk not only about our
Yeah, that's how it was in your show. I couldn't say anything. in your
specific list, but
Yeah.
also how lists in general can help relationships. So, what do you say about that? What are you doing?
show. I say our chairs aren't close enough together.
Do you want me to move over?
I like to be close to Jill.
Do you want me to move
Shoulder
over?
to shoulder. No, we can get through the show like this. It'll be all right.
Did you hear anything I just said?
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
I was preoccupied.
Okay.
What about the list?
I said that we were going to talk about how lists in
Lists.
general can help relationships.
Yeah,
So
I heard
what do
you.
you want to say about that?
Oh, actually, I have a lot to say about that
And while you're
because
doing that, I will move over.
Some of you that have listened to us for quite some time, uh, I have on occasion said that I'm like scatterbrain. My brain, so many things go through my head all at the same time, and they may not even relate to each other. Usually they don't. So I'm like, go over here, go over there, do this, do that, do that, and I can be in the middle of one thing and decide I need to go and do something else. Thank you. I feel much better now.
Charlie said we're
Um,
side by side, shoulder to shoulder. So I'm trying to just
there
like.
we go. Just don't knock us off the stools. We'll be all right. So, but I found that if I make a list of everything I want to do for that day or a week or something like that, I get a lot more done because I'm really paying attention. So I'll do one thing, start it, finish it, go down the list. Next thing, and so lists are very good for me. It keeps me organized. And especially like when I'm starting another business, if I'm launching another business, I definitely make all kinds of lists to stay on track and to make sure I don't forget anything as I'm setting that business up. So I like lists. I just need to remember to make them. But I do. I really do like lists.
Well, I like lists too, but what I've learned is that I can't put more than 5 things on it. Otherwise, it overwhelms me. So I'm
Really?
very selective about what I'm going to do in a day, let's say. So no more than 5 things will I put on the list. And even if, at work, if my boss says, oh, I want you to do this. Okay, so what do you want me to take away?
Yeah,
So
that makes
that I'm
sense.
just not overwhelmed.
That makes
It
sense.
makes it feasible for me. But let me ask you this question,
You're asking me or you're asking the audience?
you and the audience.
Okay.
Have you ever made a list of pros and cons for a relationship, to stay in a relationship or to leave a relationship?
Absolutely.
You have?
Oh, yes,
But
I have.
don't you think if you have to make a list like that, then the answer is yes, you should leave?
Not necessarily. In my case, when I did do that pros and con list, it
Did you do one on me?
No.
Good answer. Good answer.
No, but when I did the pros and cons list in relationships I've been in before, if you make a pros and con list, and I had like the side that had con on it,
Yes.
like filled the whole page, and then the pro side had like 4 items.
So what made you decide that you needed to do this list? Because again, if you think that you have to write a list of pros and cons of
I
whether to
was
stay with
I was
someone,
deciding whether I should stay in this relationship or not.
but if that's the question in your head, isn't the answer leave?
Well, not instantly. I think
Did you always leave when you did that?
Yeah, it always ended up that way, yeah.
Was that see? Then you're proving
Yeah.
my point.
No, but this was after the list. So I started contemplating whether that's because sometimes we're in a relationship and we can't see clearly. So maybe in my head I was thinking, "Oh, this isn't working." Maybe I wasn't sure. When
Oh,
when
so
you're
it
in
helped.
it, you're not
It helps you
sure.
think it through.
Think it through
I
and
see.
to see it for what it is.
Did you
Because
find that there were more, like, that you thought of things for the pros that you needed to remember about that person? Like, in doing the
um
list, it reminded
no,
you that,
I
oh, this is good about this person.
no, the person had, some good things, but they were the same good things that I admired when I met them. But the list of on the con side just longer and longer and longer and longer. Um, so it's like, oh no, there's no way I should try to salvage this relationship because it's messed up.
Well, really, Charlie has a question. He said, "Did you do pro and con lists together?" We didn't do it whether we were going to stay with each other, but you and I have done pros and cons lists together to decide if we were going to do something like a new business or
Yeah.
a new project. The pros and cons of
Yeah.
doing that. So we
Yeah.
have done pros and cons lists
But
together.
I have done pros and cons list together with the person
That you were
that I was with.
that you were going to leave.
Yeah, so I suggest yes. So I suggested, I said, we both should make this pros and con list.
And what did their list look like?
Well, it was very interesting. It was very interesting because my list, everything in the pro and cons list, were things about that person. So the things I liked about that person and the things I did not like about that person. But their list about me and the pros and cons were like things like I didn't pick up my socks.
Well,
So mine were all emotional things.
well, people have pet peeves.
Yeah, but mine were all emotional things. That one was like, oh, he never washes my car. You see what I'm saying? So mine was all emotional, but theirs was more material type things, or I don't believe a relationship should, especially if you're living with someone, should break up because one person is a little messy or one person is a little neater than the
Yeah,
other.
the deal breakers need to be more significant than that.
Exactly. So we really did see things differently. What was important, where on my side it was, I want someone to speak, to treat me with respect, the same respect I would show them, those types of things. Whether they show any love towards me, all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah,
But what
I
if the
make
person that you were just describing, what if they thought that love equated to you doing those things? Like if you started washing their car, if you started picking up your socks.
I
Some people view
actually,
that as love.
yeah, but I don't. I
Really?
don't.
Because
I don't.
you
I
get
don't
my
see
car
it.
washed, and
Yes,
I was like, oh, he loves
Jill.
me
Jill hasn't washed her car once. I just
because
use.
you wash it for me.
I just use. Washing car. That may not have been on the list, but I just pulled out something that was, wasn't that important. Not enough to, break up a relationship, but
No,
anyway.
because my point there is that maybe they were looking for certain actions, that they believed in actions more than your words.
Yeah, but action, of course, I love you, Jill. I wash your car. You need some help with something, I help you because I love you. I want to help you. I want to, and you do the same for me. If there's something I'm not as good at, like for instance, Fireside has probably figured out when an email comes, it comes from Jill.
Everyone has probably figured out.
It comes from Jill. Because, if it came from me, I would be like, oh yeah, that's great. Thanks. Bye. I'm real quick. But
Well, most of the time, even if it's about you, they'll say, Jill,
yeah.
Can you give us such and such and such and such? Sure.
They know, but I'm real quick. That's why I always say, hey, you want to communicate with me, either call me or send me a text. I'll answer a text, but when the emails come, I might look at it and they'll say, oh, I'll answer it later. Forget.
And never do.
Never do. Yes.
Well, we have a couple of written comments. Really, Charlie says, did your sister Janice say, yo, bro, time to go?
My sister Denise did not say, yo, bro, time to go, because she wasn't the person that would say, yo, bro, it's time to go. I'd be like, yo, sis, come on, let's go. It's time to go. Quit lollygagging.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, my father was a trained man. He was a trained engineer.
I think you missed his point.
What, yo, bro, time to go?
Yeah, like leave the relationship behind.
No, she didn't say that. She didn't know what I was in. Wait. Let's think back. My mother has told me that before, and yes, I think my sister told me that once before.
And then Dave has a comment. He says, I love you, Tony, but especially if you start washing my car. Hashtag Team Tony.
I love you too, Dave, but I don't love you that much that I'm going to come and wash your car.
Never say never.
Never say never. Yeah, we'll be there. Hey, yeah.
Never say never.
Never say never. Never. Yeah.
If we ever meet you all in person, Tony sees your car, he might wash it, right?
No.
Yeah, you might.
No.
You might.
No.
You might. Keep hope alive, Dave.
No.
Keep hope alive.
No, my car washing days are over. I've worked at a car wash before.
You have?
Absolutely, yeah.
You didn't
when I
tell
was a
me that.
teenager, you didn't know that.
You know,
It
I'm
was-
scared of
It was like a you
car
know
washes.
those old.
I always think the bad guy's going to come out in the water. Or
It was
something.
the old full service car wash. So I've worked there in like the winter. In the winters on Sunday. On Sundays, that's where Sunday mornings, because everybody wanted their car, clean when they went to church. So you'd be out there, it's like 28 degrees. And the best part of when you work at the car wash in the winter is that you should volunteer to hold the steam hose where you steam down their wheels and stuff, because the steam wand is warm. So you could keep your hands warm when because you do stuff to the car before it went through the thing. And then we'd at the end of the day we would divide up the tips. So they didn't pay much at the car wash, but if you got good tips, you did all right in the day, and they would pay us in cash. So
Sounds like you want
We
to
were
wash
good.
cars. So, Dave, like I said,
no, those days are gone. I don't work.
sounds
at
like
the,
you were reliving it.
I don't work at the car wash anymore, and I don't work fast food anymore.
Nope.
They're not planning on going back.
Nope.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope.
You ever work at fast food, Jill?
No. I probably would have been fired the first day.
Probably.
Probably.
But I learned a lot of things working at the fast food. I worked at Roy Rogers Family Restaurants, and it was right across the street from the Nassau Coliseum, which was kind of cool. It was a fun job, and I learned how to fry chicken there. So I make really good fried chicken because I've probably cooked like, I don't know, a few thousand pieces of fried chicken. I was so good at making chicken at Roy Rogers that there were certain customers that would not buy the chicken unless I made it.
So now we've got you washing cars and making fried chicken for everybody.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of work.
Oh, you all heard him.
I'm not
He
afraid
did
of
not.
work.
He did not deny that that's what he's going to do.
No, I didn't say I was do that, but I said I'm not afraid of work. Come on, look. I used to
You
put
know what
on
our
these
topic is tonight, right?
list. It's on my list to tell everybody what I've done in my life. That's on my list to let everybody know. Yeah, I'm not.
I think we
Uh,
should end the show
I'm not. Why?
because Clearly, you're like moved on to a whole different topic.
These are a list of things I have done in my life, right? And you don't complain. You,
I don't
I
complain.
had a business. I cook meat. Jill has mentioned it before.
That's what your business card said when we
used
first
to
met.
do, like family reunions, business functions, stuff like that. So, I got all these smokers and grills and all of that. And I used to do that. And that was fun for a little while. My problem is, as soon as I start seeing, I'm getting tired of this, I'm tired of this, I just move on, go on to something else on my list. Something else on my list. That's what I do. Yeah, but I'm not afraid of work though.
So, what should we tell our audience? What advice do you have about list for the audience?
Well, really, I know some of our audience members must make list. I would like to hear what type of list our audience makes, because I think lists are a very, very good thing. I'm able to. What are you laughing
Connie says, Jill, you are a great listener.
Jill is a great listener because, she was trained.
I was trained to
listen.
listen.
Yes.
Yes.
And
As a journalist.
As a journalist, yes. So you should be a good listener.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I have lots of questions.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. But I would like to hear what some of our audience members, what's on their list for 2023. Now, this isn't necessarily a, it's not like a New Year's resolution. It's more of, things you would like to accomplish this year. What's on your list? And I think that people are a little skittish about saying what's on their list for 2023.
We didn't.
Well, that's us, but people in general. I mean, but we didn't reveal our list, our 2023 list.
That's what I'm talking about. We didn't tell people what our
But
list
we
is.
made the list.
We
Oh,
did.
I can.
But
I
why
can
are you
tell,
telling them to tell you what's
I
on their
can-
list if we don't tell what's on ours?
Oh, I can tell one thing on our list, but we didn't. I don't think. Did we put this on the? Let me think of something. On our list, this is one thing, and I don't think we put this on the list.
Huh?
I have something that I want to share with the audience, but I don't think we put this on our list that we printed up.
Okay. And yet it's on a list?
No, I don't. It's on our list, but not our official list.
You're confusing me.
We
But go
typed
ahead.
up a paper,
tell,
right?
Tell what it is.
We type up paper like this.
Yes.
That says 2023.
Yes.
We didn't reveal what's on that list, correct?
Right.
Okay. But I'm thinking we have some other things that we hope to accomplish in 2023, but we didn't put it on the official list.
Okay. Like what?
Creating more shows for Fireside. Creating more
We've already
shows.
got 3.
Hey,
we're tired.
We could be like, really, Charlie, I can't keep up with you anymore, Charlie.
Yes, we don't know how many different shows you have.
Every day I turn, there's a different show. I don't know how many shows you have. How many shows do you have? This is a serious question because I can't keep up. You can type it in the comments if you wish.
Or you can speak.
But usually when Charlie doesn't speak, it's because he's doing something else.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's probably what's happening tonight. But yeah, he's got the radio show. He's got What's Up Wednesday. He's got.
He's on the stage.
Okay.
So he can tell you himself. Hi.
Charlie. Are you there? Yeah, there you are.
I'm here.
All
you
right.
are.
All right.
So,
Sorry.
so
I'm working
Charlie, tell.
off an iPad. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. We can hear you fine, and I'm glad that it's coming through. Cool. Sometimes they can be kind of
Yeah.
wonky. So how many shows do you have on Fireside?
Let's see.
He's got a
I
count.
don't
He's
know.
got to count.
I really don't.
What's Up Wednesday? There's the radio show. What is it? WBN 1?
Yep. WMB1
Yeah.
radio and Really Charlie podcast, which
That's 2.
I really want to focus on that because that and
We love it when you
what
do
was it?
interviews.
Did you know stuff that I really don't?
Did you know stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I like the interviews. I really do.
Yeah, you're
do
really
those
good.
The
well.
interview part
Yeah.
is something. Yeah, I like those. It especially it's interaction and especially with all my all my years of interviewing people, good, bad, and ugly. I like that. I really do.
Yeah.
And that
you,
saying,
Yeah, you're good at that.
you have the right to remain silent. I just let people talk. So I wish I can write so I can be a journalist.
You are a writer.
that is
But-
true.
Yeah, but what's that? What was that topic you and Tony talked? Am I an author or am I a writer? Remember that?
I think
You had
it
on your
was.
show maybe a few
I think
months
it
ago.
was. Am I a poet
Nope.
or am I a writer?
Nope.
That wasn't it.
Well, that's what it was about.
Yeah.
Yes. Poets are
remember.
writers
Yeah,
too.
whether poets or writers or not,
Well,
Poets are writers.
but they put us in like a separate
Yeah.
category. Writers do.
Yeah, we
They-
You
kinda
did too. You
put
put yourself
words where we
there.
want to put them.
that's right. Yeah. Poets aren't real writers. Technically, they write, but they're not like real writers. They're not writing prose and writing novels and all of that.
No, we
Except for the ones who are.
just know words.
Except for the
you know?
ones that are. But yeah, we just write whatever.
I don't think that's.
We're creative. We're in touch with our hearts.
And writers aren't.
Depends what they're writing.
They evoke emotions, so they're in touch.
They might,
But we're way off topic.
If they're a good writer.
Yeah, we. Oh, by the way, I try to copy you guys, girls. And I asked my wife if she wanted to go on my podcast with me, and she said no. She said no.
Aw.
She said no.
But,
You want me to talk to her?
yeah, sure. I'll text you her number right now.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Yeah.
this is what you need to do, Charlie. You should, like, when y'all go out somewhere that's outdoors or something, hey, come on, I'm gonna take you on a date. You said you like to go, you all like to go driving, on the coast and stuff. So when you stop, you just get your phone out and so you schedule a show and you get your phone out and you just start talking. And then, you ask her some questions and she's on a show with you.
But
Real
if I
quick.
record her, that's a 5-year felony in Massachusetts.
I was gonna say you better get rid of the evidence if you do.
Well, you
She
have to
might-
have disclosure once you start.
She might want a vacation to was it Dubai with Monica and Jill.
Monica
They-
and Jill, that's
They
right.
probably he said CP will be gone for 5 years, so we can go on that trip right now.
What's Chris saying? I see Chris has got
Chris
a
is
bubble.
writing
What's-
poetry. He says, "I'm a poet and I don't know it, but my feet show it because they're Longfellows."
long. That is so corny, but still good.
You're right.
Excuse me.
You
Excuse
got him
me.
all choked
You
up,
got me
Chris.
all choked up.
See, you poets and bringing out the heartstring, tugging at the heartstrings, right?
Yeah.
Got you all choked up.
That's it. Yeah. So Jill, Charlie's gone already. He's off the stage. He's just gone. So Jill, you were saying that you don't like to make a list that has any more than 5 things on it
For a day.
for a day.
Yes.
But what about if there are things that you can do very quickly? Like, you've got 5
Well, you
things.
can
on-
always add things but I have to remove something to add something. If I have more
the
than
5 is your limit.
5 is it. Otherwise, it won't get done that day, and I'm not mad about it.
I put like
I don't-
15.
I don't,
15.
and you get it done.
Yeah, most of the time, unless something else prevents me from doing that.
That was
But, yeah,
overwhelming to me.
I get like
Really, Charlie is
15.
back on the stage.
Hey!
Right. I was leaving the stage because I thought Chris was coming on board, so I left. I'm sorry.
Hey, you can hold a stage with Chris. You don't have to. And Frankie J can definitely hold a stage with Chris and really Charlie.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Sure can.
2 good guys.
What show was I listening? Was it Frank? Oh, it was your show that Frankie J was in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a
Good
few
dude.
days ago.
Gave me
And
some
yeah, you get-
encouragement.
Yeah, you guys are talking about, doing shows and being yourself,
Yeah.
yourself in the stage. Yeah,
As
on
opposed
the
to
show.
who else?
Well,
Yeah.
it's just like us, Jill. A lot of people don't believe this is how we really are.
Oh, this is us every day.
So we are being ourselves, but
Yeah.
I'm sure some people, like I said, don't believe we're being ourselves. And I definitely know Frankie J's being himself, and really Charlie, and actually
Back at you.
everybody.
Back at you.
Yeah, Stefan's definitely himself. But actually, most of the people shows that I watch on Fireside,
Queen Bee is here.
Queen Bee. I haven't been able to say hello to you in a while. So hello, Queen Bee. I'm glad you're
Hello.
here. And give me a thumbs up, or you can come to the stage on how's everything going? Just period. Life. Is everything going good? I hope so.
I hope so too. A good year
Yeah.
for a good person.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that thumbs up. Where'd it go? Oh, she's got no thumbs up. I want to hear good news.
You made her leave.
She left? Oh man, that messed up.
You'll have to.
That's
You'll have
messed
to
up.
follow up
She
later.
she want to hear from me. my feelings are hurt.
Oh, I think we should wrap this show up.
You want to wrap the show up?
I do.
Yeah, because I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten since this morning.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it's not, well, I had a little snack. I had an apple. That's about it for the day. So yeah, I can get off and eat. What you make, Jill?
Cabbage soup.
Cabbage soup. Yes, you did. You made cabbage soup. Didn't I say that I was in your show?
You did say that
I
you were
was
going to start
trying
trying my healthy dishes. You did say that.
And now I got.
So now we're in a different show, and you're not.
Oh yeah, I got to try cabbage soup. Cabbage soup. So was it good?
Frankie J says she does have internet issues sometimes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because
That is true.
Yeah,
Thank you
for
for
that
that reminder.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Frankie J. Yeah, because she moved, so I don't think her internet is as good at the new place. Okay. Yeah, we do. We appreciate that, Frankie J.
Yep.
Excellent. 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 So are we really going to close this out, Jill? Unless anyone has something to say. It'll be a short show. Short show.
Does anybody have anything to say? Uh-oh. I did something wrong.
What did you do?
Oh my gosh, I'm just hitting buttons. Frankie J said, oh, here he comes. Hi,
Hello.
Frankie J. Hello.
There's Frankie J.
There I am. I am right here coming to you from Buffalo, New York.
Ooh, how's the weather?
All the snow is melted.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it's
That's
muddy
excellent.
and nasty, and it's better with snow. But I just I just wanted to throw out there. Thanks obviously for the plug. I do appreciate your support and all that, and I support you guys the same way. Like I said,
Appreciate it.
it's a community here. It's not a competition to me. But I wanted to ask if you guys would be awesome enough to just do a moment of silence and a prayer for that young man who got hurt on the Bills on Monday night. I'm
I've
not
been
sure.
praying for him ever since I heard
Oh,
that story.
I saw it happen, and I've done CPR on people, and I've seen it. And I'll tell you, when you got a bunch of kids in their 20s and they're on the field and they see that, that's
Mhm.
that's just something that, I mean, I can't process it, and I'm twice their age. So I just hope that he comes out of this, and I've been thinking of him the whole time. You know, I've met him in
So,
person, and really good kid, just a nice kid.
so has he gotten any better, or is his condition still the same?
They went from, critical to there's positive things happening, vital wise.
Okay,
So
well, that's good.
yeah, they're saying that there's positive things happening, and I'm just hoping, based on his health and being an athlete, that's going to assist him in coming back. And I'll tell you, I mean, it was scary and confusing for a lot of people. So I've been praying. I've been saying for the last 5 years at least, and I don't like to say it, but I said this: that game is so hard. It's not a contact sport; it's a collision sport. I mean, these guys are running at each other at however many miles an hour. And I had made mention like 4 years ago that somebody's going to die on a football field in the next decade. And I feel sick that I even said that, but I mean, it's true. It could happen. So I pray this young man makes it out of the hospital, walking out ready to start living again. But yeah, I just thought that I would ask if you guys could do that, and I always appreciate your support. It's
Well,
amazing.
we definitely will pray for him, but we don't want to do a moment of silence.
No. Well,
That's
I meant just in general. And
yes.
then not to to try to brighten it up a little bit. I'm excited that tomorrow night, a real good friend of mine, my football talk buddy, me and him are gonna do a show here on the NFL and the playoffs that are coming up. And we did a test show the other night, went really well, and I'm excited about that. But I just wanted to come up and say thank you, and I love what you guys do, and I believe you're real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
and
know,
really,
Thanks.
Charlie is really knowledgeable. He's right there
oh
with
hell
you.
yeah, definitely.
He's on the stage now.
Yeah, we've had a great conversation, and I love all you guys. It's fun. This is fun. Like, this is a fun
Yeah.
night, and there's nothing like it anywhere else. So I enjoy every second of it, and I just wanted to say thanks for the plug as always. Keep doing what you're
Yeah,
doing. It's awesome,
and you too.
and keep the prayers flowing for that young man. I just hope he makes it out of there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
All right.
the show that Frankie J just mentioned is at 6 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern tomorrow.
Yep. I just got to post it
Cool.
after I'm done talking with you, and then start putting it out, and it'll be 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. It should be good.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, thanks everybody. Have a great night, and thanks again for having me up and allowing me to speak.
Yeah, you're very welcome. But you don't have to thank us. It's all good.
This is what we do. Really,
Uh,
Charlie?
I know Tony's hungry. But just like Frankie J said that about the CPR. Everyone that you perform CPR on, or that you see going through that, or it being performed on them, demonstrated, or even I'll just say a live resuscitation is very traumatic. You will never, ever, ever, ever forget that. And the faces on the person laying down is something that you will never forget. And the mental state of those players, coaches, people in the stands is something that they have to pay attention to, only because it will creep up on them, and it may be traumatic. Just reliving that again. So that's one thing I want to kind of throw out there, that it's something that's going to stick with them for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
and yeah,
absolutely.
I
But
definitely understand. Go ahead, Jill.
I was going to say, but I like that they had the mindset to surround him so that there was privacy, somewhat privacy
True,
for
true.
him, instead of that part being televised. So I like that they had the mindset to do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
sometimes the EMTs, police, they kind of do that. They may have people corral around just so
Mm-hmm.
it's not observed by other people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, we know that the CPR is something that stays implanted in people's heads. And like Frankie J said, there was some kids there. There's people. They're 20 years old. Their life skills is nothing but football and maybe fast food. So
hmm
we. But I'm gonna end on that note. And Tony, make sure you get some hot sauce for that cabbage soup. All right.
Hey, but I do want to chime in on something you said, and I know you're a retired police officer, so I'm sure you've seen things like that happen several times, and
Mhm.
you're saying from experience, hey, that stuff sticks in your head. Um, when I was still living in New York, I was maybe 19, 20 years old, and I worked at Jones Beach.
Mm.
And I saw 3 people die
Yeah.
there. Not from drowning. Not from drowning. The people would get on the beach and they're sitting out in the hot sun and drinking beer, and they
Mhm.
would have a heart attack, and right in front of their families. Um, and the paramedics would come, but they were gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were gone, and
Only takes 4 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So by the time they got there, they were gone. They did try to, on each one of these guys, they tried to do CPR, but the family's like standing right there and just
Mhm.
watching their loved one die. It's extremely hard for them. Uh, and like I said, I've seen 3 people die on the beach, and I'll never forget that either. I'll never forget it.
No,
I
you
don't,
won't.
yeah, yeah. These are things that happen, and such is life. Such is life.
Life is
Yeah,
priceless.
yeah,
It is. It is.
So
yeah. So all right, now let's cheer
Oh,
up this moment before we
all
Before we
right.
close
say
this show out.
goodbye.
Everybody will be like, "Man, that show was a bummer." We gotta lighten it up before we go. So, how we gonna do that? Get up here, Jill. Get right here.
Oh, and do my
start. Do
dance.
your
Do my
dance.
dance.
Do your dance. Do your dance. Go ahead.
I need a lower table.
No, you need a higher table.
No, because then I'll hit my head
Okay.
next time.
All right. All right.
So
Well-
don't say anything if I get on the table like on all fours and stuff. Start dancing. Don't say anything at
That'd
all.
be pretty cool for me. But I think I'd have to turn off the camera. We'd close this show in a hurry. So,
All right.
Look, Monica just popped in.
Hey, Monica. Happy
Hey,
New Year.
Monica. And Chris,
Chris is coming.
Look, I was starting to play the music. And Monica, I listened to your last show today. It was a good show. It was a really good show, actually. So keep it up. Yeah. Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, so speaking of airlines, how about that Southwest Airlines, man? I'm telling you what. The last time I flew, they walked up to me and they said, "Hey, excuse me, sir, can you come with us on the plane first?" I said, "Sure, premium boarding, I'll take it." They said, No, you don't understand. We're going to give you the seat test." I go, "What's the seat test?" "Well, sir, you're kind of large and we're not sure if you'll fit in our seats." What? They brought me onto the plane. They actually sat me down and they said, "If you cannot put the armrest down on each side of yourself, you cannot board this plane unless you buy 2 seats." Guess what? I fit in that seat. But you know what? I went away from that experience with this thought. I'm gonna protest this. I'm gonna organize a 1,000,000-pound march on Washington. That's right, a 1,000,000-pound march on Washington. And I did some research. Do you know what I found out? I found out that when they determined how wide a seat should be on an airplane, they based it on the butt of an Air Force pilot from the World War II. And that's because they didn't know how to base that. So they based it on the pilot's butt from World War II. Listen, they should have based that on the butt of Ralph Cramden, that bus driver from The Honeymoon. All I know is I'm organizing a 1,000,000-pound march on Washington. What we're going to do is we're going to march on Washington. Well, we'll probably just take a cab. Anyway, and then we're going to protest and demand our rights. Thank you. That's all I've got to say. Have a
Thank you, Chris. I'll join you in that protest.
I love that. I love that.
I love it too.
Oh boy. Oh, well, thanks,
Okay,
Chris.
yes,
you
Chris,
did the
that
trick.
really brightened the day.
Yes, you lightened up the moment.
Yeah.
Excellent. So,
All right.
Now
So we're
we're-
saying Happy New Year to everyone. And I think Dave and Sam are doing a show next. How was your day?
well,
But
they
they're
should
back.
be like starting their show like right now.
I'm not sure. But anyway, they're normally after us.
Yeah. Are they having a show tonight?
I don't know.
Are you all having a show tonight?
Yeah, are you having a show?
They can't be here if they're having a show.
Well, that's
It's like
true.
9:00 right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But everyone, we do love you all. We love you, Frankie J. We love you, Dave and Sam. We love you, really, Charlie. We definitely love you, Chris. We love you, Monica. Again, your last show, fabulous. Keep it up. We love you, Connie and Ronaldo. And
Beth.
our
we love
new
you, Beth.
person, Beth. We love you too. And we really do. We love everyone that comes
really
to our
do.
show, the people that don't come to our show. We just love people. For real.
We do.
Like no joke. For real. As Chris Rossetti would say, what does Chris Rossetti say? I'm not just saying it. I'm saying it again and again and again. That's what Chris Rossetti says. All right. And
All right.
look,
and
their
Dave and Sam
service-
do have a show.
Yeah, their
next.
show
How
is
was your
starting.
day?
All right. That's
Okay.
what I thought. Okay. All right. Love you all.
Love you.
We
Bye.
gonna
See you next week.
Get out of here. We're going to get rid of some video. Video is gone. But I am still here because I don't want to go.
You have a show on Saturday. You could talk then.
Oh, okay. All right. Again, we love you all. Till next time. See ya.
Bye. Happy New Year.